Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video, as you know, is all about the Sydney Grace In Mel's Memory eyeshadow collection. I purchased the entire set and this is what it looks like. I put mine in an empty Nomad Z palette type thing. So I thought we could play with these today. Obviously, I was a huge fan of Mel, and boy howdy, the world feels different. But at the same time, I think it's so cool that her YouTube channel is still up. In fact, for about a week prior to Sydney Grace announcing this, I'd been rewatching a bunch of Mel's videos just in the morning, listening to them while I was doing my chores or getting ready or, whatever. And then I saw this announcement and I was just like, that's so freaking cool. In fact, Sydney Grace is why I started purchasing from indie brands, because she re-released Mel's palette and all of the proceeds went to Mel's husband and children. And it's the same with this palette. All of the proceeds are going to her family, which I think is just fantastic. So if you don't know who Mel is, go check her out. I'm sure if you're watching me, you know who Mel is. Go watch her videos again, because I'm pretty sure her channel still earns money and that goes to her family as well, which I think is pretty darn cool. And you get to hear Mel's voice, which is, it's amazing. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to stop yammering and zoom in, do what I gotta do to get ready to put these eyeshadows on my eyes, and then we'll dig in. All right, we're all zoomed in and I've got my little shadow shields on and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna start with the shade Peyton's Puppy. I think I'm just gonna use that in my crease and mostly transition area, just for a shade to start with. And I'm just gonna blend that all up into my transition, really. If I put eyeshadow in my crease, because my eyes are hooded, you'd never see them again. So I tend to go above where my actual crease is and kind of fake a new one. So I'm just gonna get this going in my transition area for both eyes. Okay, I got that blended out. It looks really nice, super soft, very, very similar to my actual skin tone. So now we're gonna go in with Honesty, just a hair below where we put Peyton's Puppy on the same brush. This is a Rephr number 1. Funny enough, Mel is how I discovered Rephr brushes. She seemed to really enjoy them, use them a lot. Mel's to blame for a lot. She's why I started watching Wayne Goss and of course purchased from his brand. So yeah, she had a lot of influence over my purchasing and my channel watching, the whole thing. I'm just blending that all over the entire area where I put Peyton's Puppy, just keeping it deeper, just below. I'd say if you're my skin tone and don't really want to purchase the whole collection, you could totally skip Peyton's Puppy. It's unnecessary. In a slight twist, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with the outer corner of my eye, so I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Golden Rose on my lid on the inner portion. Ever since I opened these little packets and put them in the palette, that shade really has me feeling some kind of way. I mean, the greens do, of course, but that I expected. So on my Rephr 21, why can I never remember? Yeah, 21. And I'm going in with this dry for now, just to see what I think. Well, I think that's absolutely beautiful. So I really like how that looks. I haven't used that pink shade wet yet. I just want to keep going, and then I can always go back over it with a wet brush if I want to. But we're gonna go in next with Keep It Fun on the outer portion of my lid up into my crease. That shade is beautiful. Unsurprisingly, one of the others that have been calling my name. And for that, I'm going to use a Refer number 2, which is just a kind of flat shader brush. I really just want to see how these shades or these formulas perform with different brushes. So, oh man. That was one dip in. Are you kidding me? Gorge. I'm gonna go back in with Golden Rose and just drag that over that Keep It Fun shade, and it makes this really pretty purpley color. That's really pretty. Next, I want to use this really pale shimmery pink shade called Aim High on the inner, third of my lid. So I cleaned off the Refer 21 on a wet little round. So this is a little damp, but not crazy wet. And I'm just dragging that over Golden Rose. For the outer corner, I think I want to use this shade called Beyond, just to really get some depth out there. I think it will pair nicely with the shades we've got going. And the transition / crease shades are a bit warmer, so I think this will help tone the warmth down a little. I'm going to take that first brush and just go over all of the shades that we added just to get a nice smooth blend. All right, let's take off these shadow shields. That looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, do some liner and lashes, and then I will come back and we can do the lower lash line together. All right, BRB. Okay, liner and lashes are on, and now we're gonna take a Refer number 03, and we're gonna go into the dark brown shade we used on the outer corner, and we're just gonna drag that a little more than halfway, I think, for this look. And on that same brush, I'm just going to clean it off a little bit on my little towel. We're going to go into the shimmery green shade that we used on the outer portion and just apply that to the inner lower lash line. Now I'm going to take this shade right here called Green Mist, and we're going to use that as the inner corner highlight and probably brow bone. On that same number 3, I just cleaned it off. That's really nice. Now a little just below my brow. Okay, I think I'm going to zoom you out, throw on some mascara on my lower lashes, and then I'll come back and we can talk about what I think and wrap this up. All right, there we go. That's the look done and dusted. Let's zoom in for an up close at the eyes. Okay, as for my thoughts, I wanted to get this palette because it was, a Mel thing, and in the beauty community, she was well respected. She was a great human being, and I wanted to support Mel and the memory and her family and the whole thing. So I got this collection. It is stunning. I love every shade I used. I'm a huge fan. I'm so glad I picked up this collection. I used all of those shades dry, and they are beautiful. I can just imagine what they would look like wet. So let me know, did you pick up this collection? Did you already have these shades in your stash O makeups? I'm super interested in your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this look overall. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I'm glad you're here and I appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with me. All right, that's it. Be good and remember to be kind to you.